Today, we're going to take our first steps into the wonderful world of programming by learning how to talk to your computer. We have three main building blocks to cover. First, the print function, which is how we display information. Second, we look at comments using the hashtag symbol to leave notes for ourselves. This helps us document what our code is doing without the computer trying to run them as commands. Take a look at this example. This is the famous Hello World program. It's a rite of passage for every programmer. By typing print followed by parentheses and quotes, you're telling Python to send that specific message to the output screen. Notice that hashtag at the start, that's a comment, is just for us humans to read. Coding Buddy will tell you that forgetting those codes around Hello World is a common first mistake, so keep an eye on them. Finally, we have indentation. Think of it like paragraphs in a book. In many languages, spaces are just for style. But in Python, there are secret sauce that tells the computer which lines of code belong together in a group. It keeps everything neat and organized, just the way. Building on our introduction, let's jump into our very first Python command. To make our programs talk to us, we use the print function. Think of the print function as a digital megaphone. Its only job is to take whatever information you give it and display it clearly on the console screen. Notice the parentheses here. In Python, these are essential. They tell the computer you are calling the function to do its work. Without them, the megaphone stays off. Now look at this key term, string. In programming, we call any sequence of text characters a string. It's like a bit of characters strung together. To make sure Python knows you're giving it a string and not a piece of code, you must wrap your text in quotation marks. It's like putting your message in an envelope before sending it. Here is the classic example: print open parenthesis quotation mark, hello world, closing quotation and closing parenthesis. Now that we've mastered making Python speak with the print function, let's look at how we can leave notes for ourselves and other programmers. These are called comments. To write a comment, we usually start with the hashtag or pound symbol. Anything on that line after the hashtag is a single line note. For longer explanations, we use triple quotes, either single or double, to create what we call docstrings. You might wonder why we bother writing things the computer won't execute. Comments are essential for explaining the logic behind your code. They help clarify why you did something, making it much easier for a teammate or even your future self to understand the work. They are also incredibly helpful for debugging. If a line of code is giving you trouble, you can comment it out by adding a hashtag in front of it. This tells Python to ignore that line temporarily while you test other parts of your script. Just remember this key rule: computers are completely blind to comments. They are purely for the humans reading the script. Let's look at the structure Python actually requires to run. This is what we call indentation, and it really is Python's secret sauce. In many other programming languages, indentation is just for making code look pretty, but in Python it's mandatory. It is how the computer understands the hierarchy of your instructions. The standard practice we'll follow is using 4 spaces for every level of indentation. Notice this code example here. That gap before the print function isn't just a suggestion. It defines that the print command belongs inside that if condition block. By grouping lines together with the same amount of space, you're telling Python, hey, all of these lines belong together in one logical unit. Whether that's a function or a loop. You need to be precise though. If you have inconsistent spacing, Python will get confused and trigger an indentation error. It's one of the most common hurdles for beginners, but once you get the hang of it, your code will look incredibly clean and organized. Next, let's head over to the playground to practice this. Look at this snippet. If 10 is greater than 5. In Python, indentation defines a block of code. If the condition is true, Python runs everything inside that indented block. The standard practice is to use 4 spaces for every level of indentation. This table compares the flow. If a line is not indented, it's not part of the if block. It will run regardless of whether the condition was true or false. It's how Python stays organized without using a lot of messy curly brackets like other languages.